go from that to Lakeview football, and a guy has been putting in work in his own right, Nolan Toth. One of the big reasons why Lakeview has been so impressive this season. Nolan, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me on.
Such a dude. I mean, you guys have gone from the heart of OISN. I mean, you've taken it from ground zero, literally, and like a phoenix rising from the ashes. And you guys right now, one of the top teams in all the area. A lot of teams looking at you saying, "How did they do that?" Nolan, when you think about what you've gone through, how did you guys do this? I mean, you've turned into one of the best teams in the entire area, dude.
It's been a lot of hard work in that off season. Like last season we were young, we were smaller, and we put a lot of work in the weight room and on the field in the summer. And we've gotten bigger, stronger, and faster. And we just relied on what our coaches have told us to do and rely on the game plan and just keep coming out on top.
You go through the non-conference slate. You have a successful non-conference schedule with a 2-1 record, and then you start conference play with a win over Niles. Did the win in conference just give a little bit more validation inside the locker room to say, it wasn't a fluke? We got this. We can compete in this conference, and we are here to stay almost.
I feel like internally, we expected that. That's what we expected to do, was come in and win those games. We expect to compete every single week. So throughout the season, I wouldn't say it's been a surprise to us. And we just go out and play our hardest every game and know that if we do that, we're going to come out on top.
What's been one thing that bothered you about the seasons past that you wanted to correct, and you've seen it been kind of pushed the other direction this year?
Well, really, we have everybody buying in, and everybody shows up every day ready to work as hard as they can. And that's what's been the biggest thing, is everybody wants to win. And so that's been the biggest part of this turnaround.
It's also Coach Bellino's second year under the helm of head coach. How much has his culture impacted this turnaround?
Oh, it's everything. He shows up every day, and he pushes us, and so does the rest of the coaching staff. I mean, it's great to have him at the helm.
So what inspires this year's Lakeview Bulldog class? I mean, there's got to be bulletin board material. There's got to be stuff that you guys see online, on the web, whatever it may be. What's are some of the things that you guys look at and you go, we're going to prove them wrong. We're going to prove everybody in this locker room right.
We just everybody, every single game we think, like, people still aren't believing in us. They're moving the goalposts farther and farther. And we just, every single game is a chance to prove ourselves as one of the top dogs in the county and in the valley.
Take us inside the locker room. How close knit is this team, and how much of a brotherhood do you guys have with each other going to battle every night?
Yeah, we've become really close because, we had to be very close in the off season. We worked so hard together. We have a lot of great leadership from the seniors, like our captains, Luke Canzanetta, Seth Shipman, and Aiden Schulman, who pushed us in the weight room every single day. And it really created a great bond between everybody.
You mentioned that weight room. That weight room has been a foundation for so many teams of kind of turning that corner. What does the weight room mean for you guys? Is it the foundation of building the next generation of Bulldogs?
Yeah. Shout out to Coach Romano, who puts our workouts together. We still lift twice a week. We think that's the biggest thing for us is our strength, and that's what's keeping us on top in these games. It's one of the biggest things of why we're at where we are right now.
In that weight room, what's your favorite workout circuit?
Probably bench.
I knew it.
Everybody's favorite. Everybody loves the bench.
Nobody says squat ever.
I don't mind squat as much as deadlift. I prefer squat to deadlift, but everybody's favorite is bench.
What are you putting up, young man? Now it's time to get all the girls looking at those numbers.
And we haven't maxed in a while. I mean, I'm not sure where I'm at right now.
See, that's the easy way out. He's just trying to keep all the ladies tempered and all these recruiters tempered because he wants to show it off later in the season. You don't max out during the season, right? That's like the worst thing to do.
Yeah, we didn't even really max out much. Like in the summer, we didn't max out. So it's been a while since we have max.
Do you remember your last max at bench?
I would say 185 for 3 was like my last. That's about where we were at. But
so you guys go combine style.
Yeah. Well, we do 3 max reps usually.
Gotcha. And then from that, you take that number is what it would be, basically.
Yeah, and we see like where you grow from your 3 rep max to the next month and see where your 3 rep max has grown.
Who's the guy in that locker room, in that weight room, that's always pushing everybody else to do better and to build their reps and to go up the next weight class?
It's definitely Seth Shipman. He works really hard on his own. Even he goes to the gym. He's gotten into powerlifting. His transition into who he is today, from like changing his body, has been one of the most impressive things I've watched over these past few months, and he's really inspiring.
All right, Nolan, that's all well and good, but you got to keep your eye on people that are going to help you move in the future to the dorms and stuff like that. Who's the guy that you want carrying the fridge alongside you as you guys are going in the dorm?
One of my best buds, Tyler Hovance. He's a really strong dude. He's impressive to see in the weight room. He throws around a lot of weight, and so does Nanda Makroglu. Those two are guards, and they're impressive in the weight room.
Who's the guy that's in the weight room all the time?
Tyler Hovance.
Gotcha.
Every season. He plays 3 sports, but he makes sure that he always makes sure that he finds himself in that weight room.
Now, there's always one of these guys that has the protein shaker, whether there's something in it or not. Who's that cat?
Well, really, I would say it's Coach Romano that always has a shaker on him.
When you look at your teammates, I'm going to give you a chance to shine a light on someone that probably grew the most in the weight room or put in the most work to get from point A to point B this year. Who do you think grew the most or put the most work in to get the most results?
I look at a guy like Andrew Brown, he may not be like large in figure, but like he really has grown, and it shows on the football field. He's one of our safeties, and he's a real good athlete.
Who's the guy in the study tables? Who's the guy that's always got his nose in a book?
Ooh. I don't know if we have one of those.
I was going to say, it sounds like it's a tough one because you're all in the weight room.
I don't know if we have one of those, to be honest.
What about the guy that kind of keeps things light and tries to entertain you guys as much as possible when the time is right?
I think that's Boom Gillis. He's fun. He controls the music. He'll, at the end of the weight, like our lifts, he'll turn on the Michael Jackson. That's like how we send ourselves out.
What song from Michael Jackson sends you guys out?
Billie Jean a lot.
I knew it. I knew it was Billie Jean. Everybody's got the dancing and snapping going on at the end of the weight room. I like it. I like it a lot. Who's the guy that's you cannot get him to crack? He's so serious.
There's not a whole lot of that. We're a pretty light group, I'd say. I'd say that nobody really is. I would say is too hard-headed. Everybody likes to have a good time when we can.
Is there anybody that has like the speech bug that is the guy that stands up and when he speaks, everybody listens?
I'd say like Seth Shipman and Aiden Schulman, especially like during pregame. Like he gives our speeches usually.
Who's that one guy during post-game meals? You have to make sure you get food before him, because if he gets to the table before you, it's all going to be gone.
Sam Balest.
See, you knew that one like that, so it's happened before.
He's not going to be happy with me for that one, but
well, at least you know how to pay him back. You could just buy him some food. I mean, right?
That's true.
Let's talk to you for a little bit about yourself. I mean, this is obviously something you'd love to do at the next level, right? You want to play football. What do you want to do, and what would you want to study?
Yeah, I would love to play football at the next level if the opportunity does arise. I think I look like into physical therapy is something that I think that I would enjoy getting into, and being like an athletic trainer on Friday nights and stuff like that.
There's an atmosphere and a pageantry to Friday night football. What's your favorite part of the atmosphere of a game at Lakeview on a Friday night?
I love looking into the stands, like score a touchdown, look at the stands, see everybody in there, see my little cousins in the stands, and just it's a great feeling when you see everybody and they're all cheering for the Lakeview Bulldogs.
When you look at your remaining schedule, what's one team that you would love to win more than any other?
I don't know if I have one. There's it's every single team just because of how last season went.
Yeah,
That like you want your chance at everybody
I
because
like that little revenge tour, huh?
that is that's how it is.
What's been your favorite moment on the field so far with this team?
One that sticks out is at the end of the Niles game is get into victory formation, and like that was a hard fought game, and that one felt really good.
All right, the last question we typically end with role models and people you admire. Let's leave it out there for everybody. For you, Nolan, who are the people that have led the way for you, that have been your role models, and you want to give them a quick little shout here?
Well, for one, I want to give a shout out to one of the seniors from my freshman year, Kyle Roberts. He set the tone early of what Lakeview football was all about. And then the seniors last year, Colton Majorca, Gavin Mauger, Evan Davies, Glenn Tolliver, Nate Fox. It was a rough season last year, but they showed us what we had to do and had to come in and work. And they're a big reason of why we have success right now.
All right, Nolan, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come on and talk with us for a little bit. We loved having you. We look forward to watching you the rest of the season and also talking to you again real soon.
Thank you.